This video is based on the technical analysis of Sasol. As you guys know, Sasol is a private company that's listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, which is based out in South Africa. And so without wasting any further time, guys, let's get straight into the actual technical analysis. And as you guys can see, we are at this point in time on the weekly chart. And in regards to the weekly chart, we can see that the market had actually given us a very nice W structure over here. And you guys know that whenever we have these W structures, ideally you want to see a price break into the upside of that neckline, come back to the neckline to give it a test. And generally speaking, where we have that neckline is where we look for those potential buy opportunities. So at this point in time, we would love to see price, as I said, guys, breaking sufficiently above that neckline, and then in the future coming back to the neckline to give it a test. And at that point is where I believe we should look for those potential buy opportunities. And if we do indeed find any good buying opportunities, I believe that we should hold up until price reaches this level, which is in line more or less with where this very nice W structure had started. As you can see, it started at this point, and ideally we would love to see the market end at that level in line with, as I said, where it started, right? Another thing that I also want to point out that is very much important is that we had this channel over here, and we were in a downward trending market, as you guys can see, and this also serves as confirmation that we may potentially be getting ready to see the market continue to move further up, and as I said, at least to around this level over there, right? Another thing that I also want to show you guys is that we have a gap over here, and what gaps are areas where there's a lot of liquidity stuck. And liquidity, as you guys know, is money that needs to be triggered by the market at one point or another. So what I'm saying, in other words, is that there is plenty of scope for the market to move further up, because as I said, there is a lot of money stuck there, and the market will always go to where the money is, right? Another thing, one last thing that I want to bring to your attention is that as much as I'm saying that we should potentially be looking for buying opportunities, just also remember that whenever it comes to these W structures or double bottoms, as much as we should be looking for potential buy opportunities, remember that what normally happens is that a lot of buyers actually buy on that second leg of that W structure, and in the case of traders, they usually put their stop losses just below, and stop losses are very much similar to gaps in that they too are liquidity or represent liquidity. And as I said, liquidity is money that needs to be triggered by the market. So as much as we are at this point looking for the market to break sufficiently above that neckline, come back to the neckline, and then at that neckline potentially see the market move further up, we may actually see a situation where the market actually closes up sufficiently above that neckline, comes back to the neckline to give it a test, and then at that point moves further down again to trigger the stop losses that are sitting around that level. And that is because, as I've said, guys, a lot of traders and investors usually buy on the second level, or rather the second leg of the W structure, and they place their stop losses just below, and stop losses are money, right? Having said that, at this point in time, myself personally, I would just be looking for buying opportunities, and if I do indeed find any good buying opportunities at this point, my first take profit should be around that level, which is where we have that candlestick over there. And that is because, as I've said, guys, this W structure started at this point, and ideally we want to see it end at that level, very much in line with where it started.